Good evening, everybody. Hopefully the sound is coming through loud and clear, and you can see on your screen the welcome slide. I'll be using the chat function this evening, so if anyone would like to say that if there's any problems, but hopefully we're loud and clear and you can see the slide. If anyone would like to just type it in. Yeah, thumbs up, thank you. That's great. So welcome to this evening's presentation for A-Level PE. My name is Mr. Fitzsimon. I'm the head of the PE in charge of the A-Level and the GCSE. So hopefully this evening I'll just give you a brief overview of the course, what we expect from students, some of the things that students have gone on to do at university who've studied A-Level PE. There'll be a chance for questions at the end. It's worked quite well in the previous two sessions, just using the chat function at the end if there's anything that crops up or I don't cover that you wish to ask. But first of all, just a very warm welcome. So in terms of A-Level PE, we're looking at sort of what sort of candidate would be choosing A-Level PE, what degree courses might be available, and then a brief overview of what topics you will study over the 2 years. So from our point of view at St Ambrose, we carry on with AQA, the syllabus we use for GCSE. In terms of external candidates, again, AQA is very similar in content to OCR and Edexcel GCSE PE. There's a lot of overlap. We feel that the AQA syllabus prepares the boys very well for the A-level syllabus. We would expect boys to achieve at least a 6 at GCSE PE if they want to study it at A-level. And we would also expect from a practical point of view that students are participating regularly at a good level as a performer or a coach, hopefully for a school side, whether that's swimming, rugby, football, water polo, basketball, or outside of school regularly for a club or team. In terms of students who've studied A-Level PE, and we are now in our 18th year of delivering A-Level PE here at St Ambrose, these are just some of the degrees that students have gone on to. Sports science, very popular. We've had a couple of boys going into physiotherapy, some into teaching. We have had two doctors and a dentist who combine PE with biology and chemistry. Some have gone into the leisure industry. We have a sports psychologist, lots of sports coaches, sports development with local councils. We've also had a couple of boys who combined PE with English and history and went into sports journalism. So lots of different avenues, depending on where your favour lies with sport and where you want to take it. In terms of the practical or theory, in terms of lesson time, we have 9 hours in year 12 for our theory, and we have 10 hours in year 13 for our theory. Now, they are all theoretical lessons. Your practical assessment is done on a Wednesday afternoon if you are playing school sport, or through video analysis for any external sports that you might be participating in. Due to the group size, we find it a lot easier to assess through school sport or external sport, and that way we can give plenty of time for the theoretical base to be used. The weighting is very different to GCSE. It is 70% theoretical assessment. Also added on to that, there is a 15% written piece of coursework. So in terms of actual practical marks, students are only awarded 15% of the overall grade from their actual practical ability. Hence why we spend so much time on the theory side of the course. So yes, just to make it clear, it is realistically 85% theory. The two-hour examinations at the end of year 13, equally weighted, the written piece of coursework, and then obviously the practical assessment of 15%. In terms of content, we have a paper 1 and a paper 2. Paper 1 we cover in year 12, and then paper 2 we cover in year 13. And obviously alongside that, going on over the 2 years, is the NEA, or the coursework as it used to be called, where we're looking at your practical ability and also beginning that written assessment in terms of your practical coursework, your written analysis. In year 1, the 3 distinct areas are anatomy and physiology, skill acquisition, and sport and society. Again, there is some overlap from the units in GCSE AQA, where again you would look at anatomy and physiology and skills and some sports sociology. In year 2, again, an area of physiology and biomechanics. We bring in a little bit of physics into the biomechanics there. Sports psychology, where we bring in topics like aggression and motivation, group dynamics, personality, attitudes, and section C, sport and society and technology, bringing into the developments of sport and technology, from equipment to playing surfaces, technological advancements like Hawkeye, and looking at the different sports and how technology is developed, but also some of the wider issues in sport like drug taking, hooliganism, but also sponsorship and the media. So a broad range of topics over the 2 years. In terms of results, in terms of group size, this year we've got 13 students in year 12, 6 students in year 13. A big jump this year. We did have 2 big GCSE groups last year. It was very encouraging that 13 have taken on the A level, which is great. We're hoping the same will happen again this year from the current year 11. We've got 2 big GCSE groups. So it's always encouraging signs for us that so many want to take on the subject at A level. But it's just to be aware, or just below that getting an 8 or 9 at GCSE level is no guarantee that pupils will be getting an A or B grade at A level. And that is mainly due to the big change in weighting of the practical and the theory. At GCSE level, the theory is only 60%, and the coursework is worth 40%, of which 30% of that is your practical ability. And obviously the big change going up to the A level is that your practical ability will only get you 15% of the overall marks. In terms of results, our last external results back in 2019, before the pandemic, we were 33% A star A 2018. It's a nice jump up to 60% A star A in 2019. And then the previous 2 years' results with the CAGs and the tags, we were 100% A star to B for the previous 2 years. I have left my email address at the bottom, but obviously we have now got a fair bit of time for any questions regarding the course, anything that I've not covered. I have had one question in the previous group, which was, do you need to have done GCSE PE to study A-level PE? If that is the case, we would look towards your science grades, particularly biology, as there is quite a lot of biology-based topics in the physiology and anatomy. If there are any questions, please type them into the chat and I will do my utmost to answer them.